Hey friends, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin and I am so excited that you decided to take time out of your day to spend with me because today we are doing our February TBR, and January took forever to get on out of here. She made her presence known and brought us an ice storm and all the other things. So I'm very happy to say goodbye to her and get into something else. So in February, I was about to say I plan to do some reading, but that's kind of the point. In February, as you should know, it is Black History Month, and while we read Black authors all year round on this channel, and I just feel like it wouldn't be me if I didn't do something to celebrate this month, celebrate the greatness of Blackness and all the things. So, yeah, we'll get into that in a little bit. But first off, I just want to very briefly mention some of the carryovers that I have that I still want to get to and that y'all probably are tired of seeing. I'm tired of telling y'all I'm going to read them and haven't read them yet, but here we are, and I'm going to keep mentioning them until I read them because, accountability. So we have Living Legend by Ellie Shante. This is a romantasy about angels and demons, and hopefully I will get to this one because it is at this point a TBR vet. She has veteran status over here, so I'm hoping this is it for that. And the good thing is I actually started this in January. So friend, all we gotta do is finish. And hopefully that will happen. Merciless Saviors by H.E. Edgman. Y'all, I need to finish off this book. I need to finish off this series. I feel like my memory of the first book is dwindling every day, and I need to pick it up. I think the only thing that's holding me off is that it is a little heavy emotionally, and I just don't know from there, but we gonna have to pick this up. We gonna have to get it done. The Isle in the Silver Sea by Tasha Suri. I feel like this book has been on every TBR since it showed up at my house, and I still haven't read it yet. And we just got to make it happen because we have medieval lore, we have a witch, and we have a knight, and it's sapphic, and like I just need all of that energy, obviously. So hopeful. And then the last carryover is going to be female fantasy. I feel like it's in the same place as The Owl and the Silver Sea. Ever since it showed up at my house, it's been on the TBR and I still haven't gotten to it yet. And I need to. And this one is a little more on the lighthearted side, and it's more of like a romance fiction fantasy situation where we have our main character who ends up going on a search for the person that her favorite author based her best boy, what is it, what her favorite based her book boyfriend on. There we go. I was struggling for a second. And tries to find him and strike up a relationship or something like that. So yeah, also very hopeful. Now moving on into other things that I would like to do. I want to do a Black fantasy reading vlog. I just did one at the end of the year, but that was anticipated releases from 2025. This will just be some ones that I need / want to get to. So some books that I have slated for possibility for this video will be The Fall That Saved Us by Tamara Jure. I started this last year, I think, and then just set it down because it was a little heavier on the emotional side, a little sad, a little melancholic, and I just didn't have the bandwidth to do that. So I'm hoping that I can do it this month. It is a sapphic romance between a demon hunter angel situation and a succubus, and that just sounds like everything that I need. The next option for the fantasy vlog would be When Blood Meets Earth by E.A. Noble. And this says, in a kingdom where the ungifted face exile and war brews between the elemental elites, 20-year-old Bellamy's time is running out. Without manifesting her powers, she risks losing her title, her home, and the chance to protect those she loves. Desperate to prove herself, Bellamy's fate changes the night she crosses paths with a hooded thief. Their clash sparks something deep within her, unlocking a power she never knew existed and unraveling secrets long buried. As Bellamy dives deeper into a web of betrayal and lies, she discovers that the enemy isn't who she thought it was. Now she must decide, will she rise to unite the kingdoms and heal the rift between the gifted and the ungifted, or will her legacy be forged in blood and destruction? Sounds good to me. And I am really hoping that I can get to that one because, like I said, it sounds like something I need. And I've actually never heard anybody talk about it. Another TBR vet that I feel like I've talked a lot about but haven't gotten to yet is House of Frank by Kay Sinclair. And this is a warm and hopeful story about a lonely witch consumed by grief who discovers a whimsical cast of characters in a magical arboretum and the healing power of found family. And I just, like I said, it sounded heavier emotionally, especially with it discussing grief. And I just want to make sure I'm all right before I try it. And again, hopefully February is the month that I'm okay enough to try it. And then the last one that I am considering for the fantasy vlog is going to be a new release that I didn't get to in 2025 because it came out in December. And that is An Arcane Inheritance by Camilla Cole. And this is a dark academia where we follow Ellery Morgan, who is determined to prove that she belongs at Warren University, an Ivy League school whose history is deeply linked to occult rumors and dark secrets. But as she settles into her freshman year, something about the ornate buildings and shadowy paths feels strangely familiar. And with every passing day, that sense of deja vu grows increasingly sinister. Despite all logic, despite all reason, despite all the rules of reality, Ellery knows one thing to be true. She has been here before, and if she can't convince brooding legacy student Hudson Graves to help her remember a past that seems determined to slip through her fingers, as if by some insidious magic, this time she may lose herself for good. Yeah, I have the other duology by Camilla Cole that starts with, why am I just not seeing the sticker on the inside of my book? Like a security sticker. Barnes and Noble, what are y'all doing? Better be glad it didn't mess up none of the words in there. But anyway, I have the duology by Camilla Cole that starts with So Let Them Burn, but I was like, if there's a chance for me to start with the standalone, I'm all for it. And then I wanted to do another reading vlog in my other favorite genre, and that is Black romance. Okay, so for that, I am considering a few books as well. The first one being Dating Jessica Brown by T. Ashley. This is a witty, whimsical sapphic rom-com about bad dates, blurred lines, and the courage to risk rewriting your own ending. We follow Jessica Brown, who can write a love story. She just can't seem to live one. At 35, she's juggling deadlines, writer's block, and her too honest best friend, Adrian. When he pushes her into a dating app, Jessica expects creeps, bad wine, and worse conversations. What she doesn't expect is for her fiction to start bleeding into reality. The dates she invents on the page begin to show up in real life, sometimes word for word. And when she matches with Sophie, a whimsical bookseller with secrets, and Monique, a confident, gentle stud with a guarded heart, Jessica realizes the universe might be turning her drafts into destiny. And I mean, like, why would you not want to read that? It just sounds like a hug and funny and cute, and it's sapphic and it's black. Like, what more do you need, friend? I think this is another TBR vet. It's been on quite a few TBRs and I think it's hopefully time for me to finally pick it up. I feel like that is the theme for February, honestly. But the next book is The Rewrite by Lizzie Damalola Blackburn. And this is about Timmy and Wale, who meet in London. They flirt, date, and meet each other's friends. Then they break up, and Wale goes on a reality dating show. Instead of giving in to heartbreak, Timmy throws herself into her dream, writing. She's within touching distance of a book deal that would solve all her problems, but publishers keep passing on her novel and bills still have to be paid. So when Timmy gets the opportunity to ghostwrite a celebrity memoir, she accepts. And of course, the celebrity turns out to be Wale. Will Timmy and Wale repeat the patterns of their past, or can they write a whole new story? Now I know I've been putting this one off, and that's because it's giving second chance. And you already know how I feel about that, but it just sounds good, so I'm willing to give it a shot. Next up, I want to try Plus Size Player by Danielle Allen, and I know this isn't the first book in the series. I know that. I own Curvy Girl Summer, but I want to read that in the summertime. And this is the one that I am the most interested in out of the two that are out so far. So why not start with the one that I think is going to work best for me anyway? And in this one, we're following Nina Ford, who doesn't like to put all her eggs in one basket. She works multiple jobs. She enjoys multiple hobbies. She dates multiple men. In her 30 years of life, Nina has never come across a man who has had all the things she's looking for. She loves fun and excitement, and she has a man for that. She loves confidence and humor, and she has a man for that. She loves intelligence and ambition, and she has a man for that. She loves passion and romance, and she has a man for that. Period, sis. That was me before. Anyway, too much information. She's always been content rotating a few men in and out of her life to get her needs met. But when Russell Long, her designated fun guy, shows her that he's good for more than just thrills, it seems too good to be true. Nina finds herself in a predicament. She's found everything she's ever wanted in a career, in one job. She's found everything she's ever wanted in a partner, in one man. Inevitably, her eggs are bound to get cracked like her back. Like, this is a me book in probably more ways than one, and that's why I am like most excited to get into this one. Yeah. Okay. And then lastly, for the romance reading vlog, I am considering The Marriage Narrative by Claire Kahn, whichever way you pronounce her last name. And this follows Xenia, who is an ambitious, successful businesswoman who is not about to wait around for her one true love. She turns her dating profile into a marriage merger proposal, a few strategic meetings, move in together, get married, all within 30 days. Her friends think it will never work until she meets Jordan, a near perfect applicant with a big secret. Jordan's family has spent the last decade starring in a massively popular reality show about their lives. He has finally agreed to join the cast, but production wants him to marry an actress, his ex, in a romantic storyline to boost viewership. Convinced Xenia is perfect for the role instead, Jordan proposes a mutually beneficial marriage agreement. She gets her business partner husband, and he gets to help his family on his terms. Together, they face strict schedules, wild plot twists, and behind the scenes hostilities, all while acting like besotted newlyweds. An intense performance that evolves into a relationship they never expected. As the lines between reality and show blurs, Xenia and Jordan must choose between a clean contract or a beautifully messy love story. And I love a messy book. I also love the fake dating, marriage of convenience trope. And this sounds like it's going to give me a little bit of everything. And then the last little section of books here are just series that I need to continue that can fit in either vlog, or if I read enough of them, might turn into one of their own. I don't know. I ain't really formulated a plan yet. It's just whatever happens, but I do need to pick up these sequels before I have to do some extensive rereading, okay? And the first one is a TBR vet. She's been on a lot of TBRs, and that is The Davenports More Than This by Crystal Marquise, the final book in what I'm guessing is the Davenports duology. I haven't heard that there's going to be a third book in this series, so I'm guessing this is the end. And yeah, this is a historical Bridgerton esque book about a wealthy black family in Chicago in the 1910s. And we're following three siblings and a couple of their friends as they kind of go through life in different situations. And it's messy and it's fun. And I enjoyed the first book. And I don't know why. I can't. I just, I don't know, friend. I don't know why I haven't been able to like pick up this book and read it, but I'm hoping that this month I get the urge. I see that everybody is watching Bridgerton. I will not be watching it until all of it is out because I hate waiting. And so I'm like dodging spoilers left and right, even though I've read Benedict's books. So Benedict's book. So I know essentially what's going to happen. I just, I'm waiting to get the whole thing. And so in the meantime, this would be a good historical period piece situation to scratch that itch if I can make myself pick it up. I didn't realize that I only had one book left in this series to read, so I was like, why not finish it out? I wasn't even counting it as a series that I was reading. I just happened to like stumble upon this one day and realize that was in the series that I've already read two books in, and that is The Fake Boyfriend Fiasco. So I mean, if I'm gonna read it anyway, might as well count the series towards series, you know what I'm saying? So this is by Talia Hibbert, and in it we follow football legend Nick, who leads a charmed life. Rich, successful, and internationally adored, no woman or man has ever rejected him until a tattooed goddess blows his mind and captures his heart with just one kiss. Distrustful of man and disdainful of love, Arya Granger's tongue is as sharp as her winged eyeliner. She knows from experience that Nick, like any smoking hot himbo with bags of cash, is too good to be true. So she's determined to send this walking temptation packing. Fortunately, Nick's devised the perfect strategy to win his woman. Step 1, offer her an obscene amount of money to be his fake girlfriend. Step 2, whisk her away to a lavish Spanish villa under the watchful eye of his entire team. Step 3, figure out between all the fake flirtation and phony PDA how to make her love him back. What could possibly go wrong? A lot, friend. A lot could go wrong. But I was planning on reading it anyway, so I was like, why not just go ahead and finish out the series, Why not? And lastly, we have what I think would be the greatest feat for me to complete in the month of February if it was to happen. And that is, can't even get it, hold it up. The Battle Drum by Sarah El Arifi. This is book 2 in the Ending Fire trilogy that follows The Final Strife. And basically, in this, it's an epic fantasy. We have 3 different groups of people: clear blood, red blood, and blue bloods. The clear bloods are the lowest and treated badly. The clear bloods are the servants, and their tongues are cut out, and I think their hands are cut off as well. The blue bloods are the working class people, and the red bloods have the magical powers and are, you know, what am I trying to say? The top of society. You know what I'm trying to say. I can't get it out. So we are following one character from each of these groups and how their lives kind of intertwine. On top of that, there's a rebellion that has been swapping red and blue blooded children. So when the rebellion uprise happens, the red blood children will know what it's like to be a blue blood and kind of, make things better for everybody in the future. And as things don't exactly go to plan. And there's a lot of things that's going on. Okay. There's a lot that's going on in this book. In the first book, there are trials, and we were just left in a very precarious situation for all of the characters that we are following. And I just need to jump back in to know what is going on, because it's a lot going on. But this one is very heavy emotionally And if you are going to pick this series up, you need to check the trigger warnings because there's a lot going on, friend, and you need to be okay when you pick that book up. So yeah, that's what is again holding me back from picking this book up. Also the size of these, and I don't always have an epic fantasy brain. And yeah, but I have to move on before I start forgetting stuff from the final strife because I don't see myself rereading that anytime soon. And friends, I think that is it. I think those are all the books that I'm considering for February. Of course, you will see them as I read them, as well as my January and February wrap up coming in March. But yeah, I'm excited to get into these books. I think I'm going to have a really good time. I think I've set myself up for success because I need some 5 stars and I need them to start rolling in quickly, expeditiously. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing. Anything that you do to support me and my channel, it is very much appreciated. I hope that you have the best day that you possibly can. Remember to take care of yourself emotionally, physically, all the things. It's rough out here, both environmental wise with all these snow and ice storms, but also everything else going on in the country. So be safe, friend. And I will catch you in the next video. Bye.